Hey everybody, welcome back to Active Self-Protection Extra. It's Neil. I'm out here on the Widener Range doing some shooting today, playing with this new app, the Range Buddy app that I found, and just having some good time with it. Come along, I'm going to do one of the advanced ones today.
Today's video is brought to us by Mantis. The Mantis family of products is integral to ASP staff building handgun and carbine skills and are your most economical and fastest path to improvement in your skills too. Whether you choose the X10, the Laser Academy, the Blackbeard, or use them all in concert, they will help your practice be more effective, efficient, and fun. Go check them out, pick up a unit, and thank them for sponsoring today's video.
All right, so if you've been watching, I introduced you to this a little while ago, but there's the Range Buddy app that you can download for free. You get access to a fair amount of the drills and stuff, but basically what it does is it gives you put in what target you have. So if you're like me, you've got a shelf full of targets, and then it will tell you with this target, here's a bunch of drills that you can run on that, or if I want to run these drills, go get these targets. Or if I want to work on these skills, here's some drills to work on those skills. So it's pretty cool. There's also the virtual instructor, which I'm going to get into later at a different time. A couple weeks ago, I did one of the beginner drills. Then last week, I did the intermediate drill. This week, I'm going to hit one of the advanced ones. And as I go through these, I'm trying to find one that I can kind of get through kind of quickly here. And I scroll in, and one of the first ones is the bill drill. Basically, it's 6 rounds and 7 yards. As you hit this one on the overview, it's kind of cool because it's got Brian Hill on there shooting this on Active Self-Protection Extra. So you've probably seen him do this. I'm not going to play this and see how fast he did it because he's a faster shooter than I am. But I have been pretty rusty. I have not been doing any work, and I'm kind of trying to assess to see where I am because I've got some work to do. I've got Gabe White coming here to this range in a couple of months. I want to be ready, so I have a good showing for that. You know, the cool thing about Gabe White is he's probably one of the best shooters from concealment that maybe on the planet that I know. He's a super kind guy. A lot of fun to hang out with on and off the range. He can do things with a gun that I don't know anybody else that can do that kind of stuff. But you know, his pin, he's got the dark pin, the light pin, the turbo pin stuff. You know, those are just great measurements of where you are, and it gives you an idea who you are. It doesn't mean who you are as a person. It means kind of where you are as a shooter at that particular time. And you know, 3 years ago, I went and I got a light pin, and that's kind of who I was as a shooter. And then a couple of years later, I took it again and got a dark pin, and I went from dark pin to light pin, and that's kind of who I was as a shooter. And you know, I just like to kind of see where I am based on his metrics. I think he's a well-respected guy, and it's kind of fun to do that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to have him here. You'll see all of that on the ASP Unlimited app that's coming out because he's going to let us record that video as well. And we're going to have the whole ASP staff sitting here on my range. So I'm going to have to clean up a little bit, but you get it. It's going to be fun. So I hope you can join us for that. But for today, on a IDPA target, basically what you're looking though is we're going to use the A zone of the ASP target at 7 yards, and you've got to draw and fire into the A zone 6 rounds as quickly as you can. Now, and he's got right on here for Gabe's stuff, a dark pin is 3 seconds, a light pin is 2.5 seconds, and a turbo pin is 2 seconds flat. Now, I've said this before. You know, in Gabe's class, you've got 4 different drills that you run: the bill drill, the split bill drill, the immediate incapacitation, the failure to stop, or something along those lines. This isn't about his class, but of those 4 drills, I think the hardest one is the bill drill, because you've got the draw, which they all have the draw. You've got a nice draw to a nice big target, but you've got to deal with all of that recoil. So it's all about managing your sights, managing the recoil, and doing that as fast and well as you possibly can. And what we typically see from folks, and from me as well, is when we get to shooting fast, we get a nice, our dot just kind of rises and falls until we start picking it up. And then as we pick up the pace a little bit, things fall apart, and all of a sudden we just got chaos. Instead of a paintbrush going up and down nice and easy like we see when we do slow fire with a good grip, we see just chaos. Spray paint, we just see chaos, and it's kind of crazy. as we do this drill, the focus is on, for me, is on the support hand and that support pinky, getting it in there, getting it bound, and really focusing so I can control that up and down motion. So let me grab my ears, turn on the other camera, and let's go shoot this thing and see what happens. Should be fun. 7 yards feels like a mile. Hopefully I don't draw and just shoot my other camera. All right, so I'm gonna make sure I've got 7 in the gun, or 6 in the gun, sorry. That would not have been a good draw. I've got the right amount of ammo. It's okay to get yourself set for this kind of stuff. There's no rush on this. So the rush is one, the beep goes. We still got to do it safely. Let's see if I can. Today is the first time I've shot in several months. Is there any more excuses? And there's nobody else for excuses, but if you can think of an excuse for me, I haven't shot in a while. Yes, I'm fat and out of shape too. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible. I don't know if you could see on the camera. I did not get my grip. I got a 283 and I threw one out. 283 and threw one out. I'm going to go write that down because I'm going to do that again and see if I can redeem myself. My goodness. 283 minus 1. Ugh. I think the technical term for that was soup sandwich. So one of the cool things on this Range Buddy app is you put in your scores and there's a leaderboard. Shouldn't be very hard to beat that. See if I can get a little better time. Focus up, Neil. Okay. Can you say worse? I went faster, but I went worse. So a 268. So I went a little faster. Also threw 3 out of 6. Not Neil's day for the Bill drill. Ooh, put the dot in there. All right, last time to make it count. Here we go. I'm not getting a good grip out of the holster, and you can tell that's my dry fire is really lacking. I'm not getting on it, so I'm fixing so much out here. That's why those shots are just going errant, and I talk about chaos. Whew. All right, let's just get our hits. .285, still down 1. So that's where I am today. Let me come up and show you the target because, you know, everybody wants to see that. This one is from earlier and some other videos I made, but you can see, I mean, everything, I'm throwing everything to the left. And for me, what that is here, let me get this gun out and clear it really quickly so I can show you, because you've got to be able to learn a lesson from this, right? If you can't figure out what you're doing wrong, you can't fix it. And for me, what happens is as I press out, if I don't get enough grip with my left hand or my support hand, the gun, I'm going to face the camera. It's completely safe. There's nobody back there, and I've got everything. I'm safe, okay? Now let me lock the side of the rear for the safety Nazi so you can see this. But as I come out, I'm going to exaggerate the gun. I'm pushing so fast with this hand that the gun turns and goes to the left. And how I have to fix that is grip harder with my right to pull it in, or with my left hand to pull it over. And so what happens is I tend to shoot that way. That's a me thing. That's something that I've learned after a few hundred hours of practice. Yours may be completely opposite. It's something that you've got to figure out. But if you're struggling with a drill like that, that's the beauty of these drills. It's not about, of course, yes, the competition is fun and I love it. And I'm going to put my score up there and you can go beat me and you can be ahead of me on there. I'll come get you at some point because I'm going to go work on this stuff now. But now I know what I need to be working on. Out of my holster, I'm not getting my left hand on correctly and fast enough, because if I get it on correctly and fast enough, what I want is my left hand on there and I'm driving with my left hand, not my right hand. And so if that helps, also if that helps any of you, I hope it does, use that. But if I'm driving out with this hand, I tend to go this way. So if I'm pulling out with my left hand, I tend to go straight out. So just something for you guys to learn. I hope this helps. Go download that app and have some fun with this. It's a good time. Again, you'll get to be ahead of me on the leaderboard with one good run, because I think I'll put my first one up there, a 283 with one down. Maybe, I'm not even sure it'll let me put it up there, but if it will, I'm going to put it up there, and should be fun. Come beat me out on that scorecard up there, and we'll have some fun with it. Join us in the Ask Dry Fire Challenge. You can put your stuff up there as well. You can get some other experts, I don't consider myself much of an expert. There are a ton of experts that are in that group that can help you become a better shooter. Come join us and have some fun with it. See you guys.